Hello everyone, we are live. How are we doing this evening? First ever live stream, so we will see how this goes. Can I just ask if anyone in the chat can just let me know if the audio is working okay, if you can see me, that would be very helpful because I'm not too bad on the technical side, but it could be better, so I'm hoping that everything is going to be okay. I'm just going to do a bit of Q&A today. Just some, would you rathers, who would you rather draft, that kind of thing. Okay, I'm seeing good in the chat. That's what we like to see. So, yeah, if you've got anything you want to ask, if you've got your drafts coming up, you've got some ranking issues that you are concerned about, then stick them in the chat. Let's just get it rolling. Let's get some, who would you rather draft? I've got this dilemma. I've got 5th spot. I'm wondering who I should draft. I'm just going to be led by the chat to start with. We will go for probably about half an hour. Then I will grab a beer, get ready, and we will do the draft. So thank you for everyone for joining me. I was quite nervous that I'd start the stream and there'd be no one here and I'd be kind of sat on my own. So thank you all for watching. So let's kick this off with any questions you have got. Let's have a look. I'm looking through I've been just looking through my rankings for my draft that I've got a bit later, and I'm trying not to tinker with it too much. There's so many close calls when you're looking through, especially when you're going through like the second round. There's so many that could go either way. I do really think that it's so easy to just keep tinkering and it doesn't really seem like you're changing too much. Okay, we've got some stuff coming in. Let's have a look here. Grealish, 3rd round seemed fair. Really want him, but the lads don't rate him. They can be the best ones, to be honest. That's when you can really get away with something. When the lads in your league don't rate someone and you think you could get a steal. I think 3rd round for Grealish is pretty fair. I've got him at 32, so in a 9-man league that would be start of the 4th round. But yeah, I don't think that's mad. What I would say is if the rest of your league don't rate him, then you might be able to get him even later. It's one of those gambles where you think I could quite easily wait a little bit longer maybe and see if I could sneak him in a round later and maybe go for someone that's a bit more hotly contested in the 3rd round, especially if no one in your league rates him. That can be a good tactic. The problem is you always run the risk of accidentally losing out on someone that you really want. What else we got? Is it crazy ranking Jesus higher than both Sterling and Fernandes? I do not think that's crazy. In my overall rankings, I have Sterling, then Bruno, then Jesus, but I do not think it's crazy if you have any of those three the other way around. I think they've all kind of got a bit of a gamble, especially Sterling and Jesus have started at new teams. You never really know how that's going to go. You can hope that it's going to go well, but you just never really know. Bruno, obviously, we know what he can do. I think the risk with Bruno is whether Ronaldo stays or goes. I think if Ronaldo goes, Bruno could easily be a top 3 pick. He could be a top 3 point scorer easily. So, yeah, I think it's tough, but I don't think it's crazy to pick Jesus ahead of the other two. I think those three in any order, I wouldn't particularly argue with you. What have we got next? Enjoying the content. Thank you. What's your strategy for players injured at the start of the season? Jota, Laporte, how far do they drop? That is a really good question and a really, really difficult one to answer. I think most of my answers here will probably be it depends, right? And Jota and Laporte, I think it depends massively on how the rest of your draft has gone. They definitely moved down. Depending on how serious the injury, I'd throw Jimenez in this mix as well. Jimenez, I think, moves down significantly because Wolves aren't a particularly good attacking team anyway, so it wasn't a pick that filled me with much confidence, and now he's out for seemingly a decent chunk of time. I think he goes down quite a lot. Jota is a tricky one because you hoped that he would, at the start of the season, because he was already integrated with the team, way more than the likes of Darwin and that he would actually get quite a lot of minutes at the start of the season. And he's missed a significant chunk of pre-season as well. I definitely think it moves him down probably 10 places maybe. But it depends on how the rest... Defenders, I think, are a little bit different, right? So Laporte, I think you can hide on your bench easier because you can pick defenders with good fixtures and then drop them as soon as Laporte comes back. But you can't really replace Jota. So that's what I think about that. It definitely knocks him down, probably about 10 places, depending on how long the injury is. How many players are in your draft tonight? We've got a 10-man league tonight. It's standard FPL scoring on the FPL site. What pick would you risk Ronaldo? 12-man league. That is a really, really tough one. To be honest, every day that goes passes, I feel less and less inclined to draft him. My advice is let someone else pick him, but you can't do that if just no one picks him. Eventually he has to go, and there is a spot where it is actually worth the gamble taking him. My general tactic is hope that someone else picks him before I have to make the decision, and hope someone picks him earlier than I would. But I would say definitely not before the third round. Probably not before the fourth. I mean, he came out, I think, today and said that he doesn't want to leave, but I think that's just nonsense, to be honest. It seems clear that he's going to be out the door. And I think even if he does stay, it doesn't look promising. I think Ten Hag may well bin him off. Well, not bin him off, but not play him consistently anyway. So definitely a big risk, and I'd just try and hope that someone else picks him. I've been wondering how far up those rankings Sancho and Co have climbed based on their pre-season form. So they've climbed quite a long way. To be honest, I would take all rankings with a pinch of salt. But I would say... So I currently have Sancho at 37, which in a 10-man league is like fourth round. I think the hype has got to a level now where he won't be available in the fourth round in many leagues. So I'm kind of comfortable with not drafting him and thinking, okay, other people are going to draft him higher. I think realistically his value is probably around mid-20s, so mid-third round, that kind of spot. But yeah, they're definitely climbing. Martial's the one I think with the biggest risk and potentially the highest reward, but because he's the one that really loses minutes if Ronaldo stays. And that's the big factor. I mean, we just don't know what's going to happen with Ronaldo. Hey, I'm doing this draft fantasy first time. Help me with important points and stuff. Well, you're in the right place for that. So yeah, just keep watching the videos, keep listening to the podcasts, and we'll try and steer you in the right direction. What tips can you offer to prepare as best as possible for the live drafts to minimise the 2-minute panic picks? Now, this is tough because historically, before last season, I'd only ever done drafts in person where you have a lot of time because people are, chatting and dicking about and that, and you do have time to think about what you're going to do. I would say if you're panicking, then that is the time to stick to your rankings. If you're feeling like, oh my God, what am I going to do with this next pick? That's the time to go to your rankings. And that's why it's so important to have a ranking, because otherwise you pick random people that just pop into your head. So, and that's kind of what happened to me I don't know if any of you saw our draft that we did the other day on Graz's stream. I lost my rankings halfway through the draft. Couldn't remember who'd been picked. The website was being weird. I didn't have my laptop, so I was on my phone and the iPad, and it all got a bit crazy. So there were some dodgy picks in there, and that is what happens when you don't have a ranking to fall back on. Does Antonio share minutes with Scamacca, or do they both start? I would say not sure. I think there's a big chance Antonio starts on the wing, and Scamacca starts with him. I think to start with I don't think Scamacca's going to start at the start of the season. I just don't think he's signed quick enough. I think Antonio will play up front for at least the first game or so. But we'll have to wait and see. It really, that signing really hurts Antonio, I think, because there was already so many concerns about his minutes and his fitness, and this just makes it even worse. So, yeah. Does it give an edge for managers who played for a long time, more than beginners? I would say there is a benefit to experience, but that doesn't mean you can't do well if it's your first time, if you kind of play it right. And I think a lot of people get so hung up on the draft that it's like the most important thing ever. And it is. It's important to come out of the draft with like decent team value, but I think waivers and trades will make your season in an active league way more than the draft will. The basic core you need to make sure you get right is you need your first two picks to be good, solid picks that do as well as they can. Like, you need 2 picks that are gonna kind of hold their weight in your squad. Then you need 3 picks, like 3 to 8, to all be okay and have some value. After that, everything will change throughout the season, so it's kind of a gamble. Have you seen the Tomorrow the King Plays Ronaldo comment from tomorrow's friendly at Valencia? I haven't. I saw that they were travelling to Oslo for a friendly, and I didn't think he travelled. So I'm not sure if that was today or tomorrow. So I'll have to wait and see on that. I'm not up to date on that, but we'll see. 22:30 is what time for US PST? It is in half an hour, so not long to go. Someone's already answered you there. Well, thank you, DJXC806, for doing my job for me. Are you doing the draft live on YouTube? Yes, I am. I'm going to be sharing my screen, my rankings, and and the actual draft website, so you'll be able to see that when I am live. Question for you: doing a snake style draft in a 10-man league, slightly adjusted scoring, but racking my brain about how much value Ward-Prowse will be this season. Now, I think JWP is good value. I have him ranked at 36, and I think in a 10-man league, he will almost certainly be gone by the end of the 4th round. And I think that's fair. He's going to play basically every minute. He's going to trickle through with assists from set pieces, a few free kick goals, couple of pens, and that's ideal. Like, he is so reliable, especially if you have a couple of risky picks, the likes of Mahrez, Havertz, people like Foden, Jota, people that you're not sure if they're going to play. Someone like JWP complements them really well. Whereas if you've got 90-minute men already, he's not so exciting, I wouldn't say. How early would you go for Alisson, a 12-teamer and a 10-teamer? I would say that keepers make the biggest difference in how big your league is. The bigger the league, the earlier I would consider taking a keeper. But even then, I'm just not interested in the premium keepers. Obviously, I'd take one in the 15th round if it's available, but it's not something I would risk, mainly because the difference between the top keepers and like the middle keepers is normally like 20 points at the end of the season. And I think you can gain those 20 points at least by just rotating a couple of keepers when they have good fixtures. Like, the keepers generally get most of their points in good fixtures. So if you can find 2 keepers that rotate pretty well, you're gonna outscore one, because you're not going to bench Alisson. You're going to play him every week, and you're probably going to outscore him with 2 keepers that you can get in like the late rounds. So in a 12-man league, Alisson's value does go up, I'd say, because obviously there's less keepers to go around. But yeah, still not enough. I think there's always people that are willing to take him earlier than I am. I know what you're saying about if you lose out on Trent and Robbo, but points are points. Whether they come from the Liverpool defence or if it's from swapping a Brighton keeper and a Brentford keeper when they have good fixtures. Like, it doesn't. It's more decisions, and some people like to make as few decisions as possible. But I think there's value to be made in making those kind of decisions. What players will avoid Pep Roulette? that is a very tough question. I'd say Cancelo and De Bruyne are probably the two that are going to play the most. Everyone else, I have no idea. I fancy Grealish to get a decent amount of minutes, Mahrez to get a decent amount of minutes. Foden can play all across the front three, so I like him as well, but who knows? I mean, that is just the complete gamble, really. I think they probably all end up playing similar minutes. I have Martial 10th in my striker ratings, behind the likes of Wilson and Watkins. What's your take on him? I'm already going to panic and draft him early on. Yeah, I get that. Sometimes you just get the FOMO in the draft and you just desperately want people to... you just desperately want someone. You think, oh my god, I need to pick him now, otherwise I'm screwed. Yeah, I get that. I think he's behind Wilson and Watkins for me. Let me see. Where have I got him? So I have him behind Watkins, Wilson, Vardy, Tony, and Calvert-Lewin. Then I have Martial. So I have him above the promoted guys. I have him above Bamford. There is risk attached, and if Ronaldo leaves, he could be unreal. But then he could also get like 50 points, having made 10 starts all season. So it is a risk. Do you make normal FPL content? I don't make normal FPL content per se. I do play FPL and I'm a keen FPL player and have played it probably 10 years now, maybe. I've got a few decent rank finishes, nothing crazy. Mainly because I'm always way more focused on draft. Like I think I've got 2 or 3 top 20k finishes, a few top 100ks, and so I do play normal FPL. I am definitely into it. I consume a lot of normal FPL content, but I don't really make it. I do post stuff on Twitter about FPL, but yeah, mainly focused on draft for the content. Does FPL and draft FPL get mixed up if I play both? Definitely not. It can. During the busy periods of the season, like it can get quite a lot managing different teams, especially if you're in multiple draft leagues. But I would say they complement each other quite well. I feel like draft you're playing against other people, whereas FPL you're kind of playing against everyone. So it's kind of a different style. It is sometimes confusing when a player you own in FPL scores, but they are owned by your draft opponent. And it is like, oh, should I be celebrating that or not? So, yeah, it does get confusing what to root for. But at the end of the day, I care about my home draft league, my like local in-person draft league, way more than anything else. So I like doing well in FPL, but if I'm winning my like actual draft league, that's what gets me excited. So, how much time do you get to pick your player? That depends on the draft setup. Generally, 60 seconds is the most common, and 60 seconds sometimes feels like a long time and sometimes it goes really quick. So yeah, it is interesting. Cancelo will be rotated. Yeah, he will. I mean, they all will. There's no one that won't get rotated. But yeah, Cancelo, I think, because he plays both sides so comfortably, really, and he's like the best, probably the most skilled defender in the league. That does help. Any promoted players you'd recommend? Oh, Ben, what a great question. Nice water ball. Yes, there is some promoted players I'd recommend. I've got a whole YouTube video on it if you want to go and check that out. But mainly the keepers, the starting strikers, and Lingard, Harry Wilson. That's about it, really. I'm not really one to gamble on promoted players other than the keepers and the forwards, I think. What else we got? Do you have any resources for us to find draft leagues? Yes, I do. That's a good question as well. If you check my description of this stream, there is a Discord invite, which is actually part of the draft league that I'm playing in tonight. It's like a group of leagues. They're very competitive. There's a little bit of juice on the line, and there's different tiers and stuff, and there's like a promotion and relegation, like pyramid league, that you can join, and I would definitely check it out. It's very fun. So, and that's what I am drafting in tonight, but there's loads more leagues that need filling up, so check that out. What are your thoughts on Núñez? Núñez, I don't really want to draft him, but I accept that he is a good top 15 draft pick. But I'm more than happy to see someone else draft him, if you know what I mean. So I'd be quite happy to pick him myself in the second round, but there's something, it just doesn't do it for me. I don't know if it's these like pre-season TikToks I keep seeing of him like falling over and stuff, and it's like Andy Carroll vibes, which is probably harsh, but yeah, it's something about him is just not doing it for me. So yeah, I do like. He's a good player and he's starting up front for Liverpool, so he's going to do well. Like I'm not doubting he's not a top 2 round pick, but doesn't do it for me personally. Coutinho or Barnes, Dave. That is tough. I would say Coutinho. Where do I have him on the rankings? Let's have a look. I have Coutinho at 35, Barnes at 53. So a bit of a gap, but that's kind of misleading because there's a load of forwards and defenders in the middle of them. So in midfield, in terms of midfielders, I think there's only 4 players in between them. I think Coutinho is he is nailed and he's the main man, and I think there's I think there's a higher floor is what I'm trying to say for Coutinho. I don't see, there is a world in which Barnes stops playing, which is mad because I like Barnes, but yeah, I would go for Coutinho in that scenario. Lenglet is a very underrated pickup. He is, I think. I mean, the problem is, do any of us really know who's going to start in that Spurs backline? I feel like I should know, but I don't really. I think Romero is the most nailed and therefore my favourite. Lenglet should play, you would have thought as well. So I think he's a good pick as well. I think any part of that Spurs defence is good. I think they're going to be very tight defensively. So, yeah, Lenglet is quite a tough one. Yeah. Thoughts on 10th to 15th picks? I will say the second round this year looks really, really tight. Like the second round, anything from like 8 to 20, I could understand an argument for ranking them in basically any order. They look... Yeah, it is like if I've got Saka for instance, I've got Saka at 11 and Foden at 17, Robertson at 18. I could understand if you'd say I would rank Robertson, who I've got at 18, higher than Saka, who I've got at 11. I think those picks are so tight, I'd be kind of happy with any of them. Yeah, so the second round this year looks good, which is nice because it means if you're earlier in the first round, you still get a decent pick on the way back, which we love to see. Perks and cons between offline and online. Offline and online drafts. Offline drafts are more fun. They're very fun. It's just a big laugh really, but it's also kind of intense as well, so that's very exciting. Online is handy. Obviously, a lot of draft leagues, like, you can't physically do them in person, so you have to do them online, which is fine, and they work fine, especially if you've got like a couple of screens and like different, like a phone and an iPad and a laptop, so you can get your stats up and stuff. And you do have a lot more access to stats and like Twitter and stuff for like injury news and that if you need it at short notice. Apart from Saka and Jesus, who will start the forward line of Odegaard, Smith Rowe, Martinelli? You've got Vieira as well, but I think it's going to be Odegaard and Martinelli. I think Saka on the right, Martinelli on the left, and Odegaard with some combination of midfielders, which we don't really know at this moment in time. Obviously, it's not an ideal time for Arsenal with the news that broke today. So, yes, not sure. Odegaard, Martinelli, absolutely nailed on. Smith Rowe, Martinelli's not nailed on, but I think he will start. Smith Rowe is kind of a gamble, in my opinion. Best of the 8 million mids. So if you don't know, on FPL, the 8 million mids are Saka, Diaz, Mahrez, Foden, Maddison. I think that's all of them. Kulusevski. My favourite is Diaz, I think, by quite a way. Then Saka, then Mount, then Mahrez, Foden, Maddison, Kulusevski is my order off the top of my head. Wouldn't Jota start over Nunez once he's back? Don't know. Good question. We'll have to wait and see. I think they share minutes. Klopp seems very open to move things around depending on the opponent or depending on form or fitness or who's in the red zone, whatever he calls it. So I think they'll share minutes, which is another reason I'm not too hot on Darwin. I'm not convinced he just like nails down that spot, which is not ideal. With Jimenez injured and Silva, can you see Wolves doing a late deal for a forward? And if so, who could potentially come into play? You're doing great, by the way. Thanks, Mike. It's very, very reassuring. Jimenez injured. Wolves are a mess. Wolves are a big old mess. Like, I don't know what's going on there. It looks like Neto's going to start up front, which I don't love. I think I preferred him actually before Jimenez got injured, and Neto's going to start wide because I think he's probably better there. Wolves' attack is worrying, and I'm going to do my best to stay away from them, I think. I'm quite happy to let other people take Neto and Jimenez, even though Neto's is not a bad pick by any means. Like, I just have a feeling Wolves are not going to score very many goals, and it's going to be very, very frustrating. So, yeah, that's kind of my thought on Wolves. I am more than happy to let other people pick them. Thoughts on Fred? For standard FPL scoring, not my favourite. Depends how big your league is. I think he's definitely going to start. Makes a lot of tackles, interceptions. If you've got Kante points or you're on Fantrack scoring, I'd say he's a decent pick. But purely in terms of attacking returns, I'm not feeling it. I think he's probably gonna have 4 attacking players ahead of him on the pitch, so he's not going to be getting in the box much. So he's going to get maybe a few assists from but he's not really a penetrating passer either. So yeah, I'm just not sold. Will Mings play alongside Carlos? I think so. That would be my guess. Yeah. What else have we got? James or Chilwell? Oh, flip a coin. I have no idea. That is a good question. I would say Chilwell probably. I just think Chilwell is gonna always, when he plays, he always is gonna play left back or left wing back. James can be playing right centre back. He could not get forward. Like, they could go to a back 4, in which case I think Chilwell, they'll probably lean harder on the Chilwell side. So I'd probably say Chilwell. It all depends on fitness though. I mean, we're not 100% sure if Chilwell's fully back up to speed. So if he is, then I think here. Second round picks seem so hard to decide who to rank where. Nerve-wracking. Yes, I do think though, don't worry about it. If they're all good picks, it doesn't matter who you get. So chill. That's what I'm excited for the second round because I like a load of the picks, so I don't have to worry about it too much. Who would you rather take? Haaland? Oh yeah, Haaland or Aaron Ramsey? Yeah, Haaland actually. Which Palace striker to pick? That is tough. The comment underneath is none. That might be the best answer. Probably my answer is Mateta. I think is slightly more likely to start, but it could be Edouard. It could be this Plange kid that's been playing in pre-season. So yeah, as a third forward, when pickings are slim, I would go for Mateta over Edouard. Even though I think Edouard is better, I think it seems like Mateta suits them more, so he may well play. Where do I rank James? I have got James at 22, which is probably a bit lower than a lot of people do. Like I've seen him a lot go in second rounds, like quite consistently. But I'm not too sold on big defenders. I'm not the guy that goes 5 at the back, really. I just think the second round midfielders and forwards look really good, so I don't really want to waste them. Where does Firmino go? Not in my team, that's for sure. I'm not sure where he goes, but it's definitely not in my team. I don't even have him on my... Do I have him on my list? Yeah, I do somewhere. He's at like 100 odd. 105. So, yeah, a long way down. I just don't think he's... I think he's just... It's just not his time anymore, I don't think. Which is a shame, because I quite liked him as a player. But even if he does play a run of games, like he's not exactly known for his goal scoring, is he? He's known for his work rate. So, yeah, not in my team. Do you think you will win your home league? And have you ever won it before? Dave, yes, I have. You better remember it, because my name's on that trophy 3 times that sat in your garage. Do I think I'll win it this year? I hope so. It's the league I would like to win the most, even though it's like not the biggest prize money of all the leagues. That is the one that's most important to me. So yes, I would like to win it this year, and I think I've got a good chance. You know, I've made the playoffs 7 years out of 7. That's all you can do. The playoffs are a gamble, so let's see. Thoughts on Sessegnon? Got the impression Conte was a fan. Yeah, I get that impression as well. Perisic minutes are going to be limited. I guess worst case scenario is Sessegnon and Perisic play kind of like 45 minutes each all the time, which is like a very real possibility. I mean, when you look at Perisic's minutes, the last time he played under Conte Inter, there's a lot of like 50s and 40s and bad numbers, like 50 minutes and stuff like that. So yeah, there is a chance that Sessegnon becomes a bad pick. But then on the flip side, Perisic plays the Champions League games, and Sessegnon plays in the league, or he gets a run of starts. Perisic doesn't really get injured, and he's kind of a machine, which is worrying for Sessegnon, because I don't think there'll ever be a period where he's like nailed in the team. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Thoughts on Eriksen? That is tough. I don't want him really in my team. I really like him as a player. I just don't... I think there's 2 things that are likely to happen. A, he's like rotation and comes off the bench and kind of fills in, which is not ideal if you took him in draft. And option number 2 is he plays as kind of like a deep line playmaker. And if he plays as a deep line playmaker, does he get many attacking returns? Not convinced he does, because he's probably going to be like linking the play, connecting. He's not going to be getting in the box. He's not going to be getting beyond Bruno and Rashford and Sancho, Martial. He's going to be sitting and pulling the strings, which, I mean, he's so good at set pieces, but then Bruno takes a lot of set pieces as well. So yeah, I'm kind of down on Eriksen. I like him as a player. I think he's a decent addition to United, but not convinced that not convinced he's going to be a fantastic pick. What else have we got? Do we need James? Is he going to be playing right wing back? I think he won't be as attacking for the start of the season. Yeah, maybe. Not sure. I think he will start right wing back, but he could play right centre back literally any time, and no one would really bat an eyelid. So yeah, it's a bit of a tough one. Kane or Son? Great question. That is tough to answer. I would say, well, I've got Son higher in the rankings. If you said Kane, I think that's fine. I would be more than happy to draft either of them. I think I'd actually rather be 3rd pick in the draft than 2nd, because I would just take whichever one didn't go, and then I'd get a better pick on the way back round in the 2nd round, because I'd be 1 spot ahead for the 2nd round. So I think it's a coin toss. I'd go Son mainly just for the clean sheet point and the extra goal points. I don't think there's much in it. Kane's underlying stats are better, even though he scored less points last year. Kane's XG was higher, and he doesn't normally underperform. So I do fancy Kane to have a good year, actually. But I would go for Son just for the extra points. And Son's kind of a stat buster as well. Isn't Perisic nailed? He is. I think he's first choice, but that does not equal 90 minutes all the time, especially with 5 subs, especially with Conte, who demands so much out of his wing backs. So, yeah. If drafting with 5 participants is ignore defenders a good strategy, I wouldn't say ignore defenders. I would say focus on the good ones, like the top ones, and then ignore them. So Trent, Cancelo, Robertson, Van Dijk, James, Chilwell, Diaz. I would prioritise getting some of them, definitely, around pick 10 to 25, which I guess in a 5-man league is like the 3rd to 5th rounds. Then after that, you can just chop and change for the rest of the season. So I'd pick them right at the end of the draft. Laporte is injured till September. Diaz a good shout. Yes, Diaz I think is a fantastic shout because he's probably gonna play a shitload of minutes for City, and it would be nice to get a City defender or Stones. I think Ake is actually the man that benefits mostly from this Laporte news. I think, especially if they don't sign Cucurella, Ake is going to get a lot of minutes either at left back or at left centre back. So yeah, where do you rank Darwin? I thought he'd be your 3rd choice of striker behind Kane and Haaland. No, he's behind Jesus. I do have him as the fourth pick. Will Haaland do better than De Bruyne? It's tough. I think probably not, just because of the minutes. I think De Bruyne is going to get probably 1,000 more minutes, maybe. 500 more minutes at least. So for that reason alone, I would go for De Bruyne. Right, I'm going to pause the questions there. We'll do a few more after the draft, maybe, if people still have some. But I've just realised the draft is in 4 minutes. So I'm going to grab a drink super quick, come back, and then we will start the live draft. So don't go anywhere. While I'm gone, like the stream and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And I'll be back very, very shortly. Right, I'm back. I've returned. The draft begins in 40 seconds. So you can see my ranking over here on the left-hand side. I've got the draft here on the right-hand side. I'm going to be paying less attention to the chat while the draft's going on, obviously, because there's going to be a lot going on. I quickly ran downstairs and grabbed a quick Moretti. Yeah, we will see. So, 15 seconds. I'm intrigued to see where. So I don't know what position I'm going to be in the draft. I'm hoping for mid. I'm hoping for like 4th or 3rd, something like that. I got 9th in the one yesterday. Right, here we go. 2nd. Okay, well that's good. And it's 90 seconds per pick. That's nice. That makes me feel good. So surely he's going to pick Salah. We'll see if he's there. Is this guy here, or is he going to be on auto pick? Fingers crossed for an auto pick, right? Although we'll auto pick Salah, I think. Oh, well, at least I get a decent pick in the first round, at least. Can we see the full draft order? I'm not sure. I don't. FPL Draft is not my normal platform. Don't know. Let's see. Let's find out. So yeah, okay, that's good. So that means I'm definitely going to get Salah or Son. So I'm happy with that. We'll see which way that it goes. I'm already thinking 2nd round. Probably somewhere around here. Mahrez, Foden, Robertson, Mount. Something like that. We'll see. I think Robertson will probably go before then. Yeah, we will see. So, big thanks to Dave in the chat, just answering all the questions. You love to see that bit of support for the Snake Draft boys. Right, first pick was Salah. Okay, that's easy then. I am gonna go for Son. That's nice and easy. Let's see how this plays out then. I'm intrigued. I don't know any of these managers. I know a lot of them have played a decent amount of draft. I think a couple of them are in the stream, probably listening to me, but we'll see. There's a lot of tactics in draft that can work. So I'm hoping that. So I'm pretty sure in FPL Draft online, if this timer runs out for one of your picks and you get an auto pick, until you load up the website, so until you like refresh the site or go actually on the draft page, the rest of your picks will like insta auto pick. So like the guy that picked first that didn't pick straight away, I'm pretty sure he will auto pick for the rest of it, which is handy. So yeah, we will see. Okay, who did he go for? Oh, I haven't been ticking them off. That is the one thing I want to do. Right, I'm just going to delete the names. He picked Kane. Okay, makes sense. Oh my god, who went? It's so quick. De Bruyne. Oh yeah, it says it there. Right, okay, we're good. De Bruyne's gone. That makes sense. Haaland next. This is literally my rankings. Interesting. James Osborne. Who's he going to go for? So I have Sterling next. I think he's. Well, I'm not sure. We'll see. Is there an easy way to see who I've picked? It's just down here, isn't it? So I'm going to have to keep scrolling. He picked Trent. Okay, that's fine. Interesting. 7th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So I've managed to keep up with it so far. What's going on in the chat? Let's have a look while this is going slow. Dave's just batting out the answers. Son is the best pick this year. Salah's been trashed in 2022. Connor hates Salah, so take that with a pinch of salt. He absolutely despises him. Everyone has Salah. We're talking FPL here. Everyone has Salah if he bangs. Yeah, that is a problem. The effective ownership is frustrating. This must be so frustrating to having to wait. It is, but like I said, I don't think I'll be having to wait on every pick. And I know for sure there's a few of the guys that are going to be picking. So I am surprised that there's this many people that. I mean, so how many? I think 3 out of the first 6 have been. Oh, he picked. Okay, Cancelo. Okay, interesting. That's earlier than I would have gone for him, but not crazy. Definitely not crazy. Oh, let's get this back to normal. Right, all players. So what pick are we on? 8th pick. I've got to think it's going to be Sterling, surely. I'm quite happy the longer people pick defenders because I'd like a premium defender, but the really good ones aren't going to get around to me anyway. So I am more than happy to see them go. Honestly, I would pick Luis Diaz right now. I would probably. It's tough. Sterling, Bruno, Diaz, Jesus. I'd probably go Jesus. I'd probably go Sterling actually. Right now. Who is it going to give them? Ronaldo. See, I think he got done by auto draft there. He's not made a watch list. He's missed the start of the draft. He's got Ronaldo. Who he picked? Jesus. Okay, I think that was Jun. He's the guy that runs the league. Interesting, fair. Don't have any problems with that. Picking now, James Duncan. Let's see what we get. Hello, Connor. Sterling goes. Okay, that makes sense. And we are back to the second round. So he's got the double pick. I think Sterling's quite good for 10, and he goes for Bruno. Sterling Bruno is nice. Vardy, that's interesting. So we got Vardy Jesus double up, 2 forwards. That is interesting. My perfect Sunday, John, is a round of golf in the morning, little nap, roast and football on telly, and then a little snooze in the evening, and then maybe a bit of telly and then bed. That's my perfect Sunday, John. Thanks for asking in the chat. Mahrez the best 8 million mid? I'm not convinced on that. Got to be Diaz, surely, ahead of Mahrez. I know you love Mahrez. It's just the minutes. Jota goes. That's okay. I'm liking the look of this so far. Let me just. I've not missed anyone, have I? I'm paranoid. Oh, I missed Saka. When the hell did he go? And Diaz. I'm lost. Oh, I'm in trouble. It's because they're going too quick. It's the auto drafts. When the auto drafts go, they just you don't see them. Is it sort by drafted? Can I do that? No. Oh well. I know that it's going to get away from me at some point. Right, I can scroll this down a bit. So it's nearly my pick in 3 turns. One of these 3 I think is probably most likely. Reece James or Robertson? I'd say Robertson. Joe's getting Foden or Havertz, probably. He's gone. Robertson's gone. Okay, that's good. I didn't expect him to get to me anyway. Darwin's still available. I might have to go for him. Kulusevski. Okay. Could work out for him. My pick is next. Let's see what we get. Have I missed anyone? No. Did I? Huh? No. So, you should just stick to your rankings. That's what I say to people, but I never do it. I've got Son. He's nailed. Gets the minutes. Darwin's going to start the season. I think if he's there, I've got to pick Darwin. Who is next? The next auto pick, I think, will be Darwin, unless this guy's done a watch list. So, if that's the case, fine. I'll go for Mount. Mount or Darwin is fine. Diaz is definitely gone, yeah. It's there. It was an auto pick, so it went really quick. Pick now! Oh my god, Mahrez! Crazy. Right, that's fine. That will mean that I am going to go for Darwin. That's good. That means I've got a forward and a mid. I like that. Oh my god, it's me again. Bowen. Who else went? I'm glad we got 90 seconds because Bowen and Reece James. That's good because that means I can get Mount as well. So I am more than happy with that. That is fine by me. So Mount's gone. Darwin's gone. And Bowen's gone. Okay. How's it going? Anyone else gone? No. Whew. God, this is stressful. Oh, Jun, you got Jesus and Diaz? I'm lost. It's the auto pick. They go too quick. And then I'm looking on my rankings and my spreadsheet. I can't figure out. Jesus and Diaz is good. I thought you picked Jesus and Darwin. Maybe Vardy, sorry. I thought that was strange. Okay, Jesus and Diaz is strong. That's cool. Okay, right. Who's just gone there? Van Dijk. Great, that's fine. I'm going to leave it on this view. Yeah, I'm going to leave it on this view, I think, so I can see who goes until it gets back to me. That's the way to do it, I think. So I've got 2 mids and a forward. I'm probably going to look for another mid or a forward, or maybe a defender. Anything then basically. But we'll see who's left. I think Laporte's rank there is kind of false because I haven't updated this since the. There's JJ and JJ1. Oh, that's annoying. That's why I was confused. Right. I understand. Please ignore Foden. I can't, Connor. If Foden is there when it comes back to me, he is 1000% getting drafted. Right, who's gone there? Odegaard. Okay. Bit of a scroll. There he is. Right. Interesting. Foden's next on my list, but he won't. There's no way he'll get back to me. There's no way. Bro, you got my draft pretty much on my 9-man draft. That big got Trent Mountjoy. Sure, or Malacia to start the season. It's got to be a fat boy, right? Surely. But I'm no United expert. Neither of them are on my 176-man ranking. So let me tell you that. That's all you need to know, really. Havertz is gone. Okay. King Harry, this is draft FPL. So it's FPL scoring, but instead of picking with a budget, you draft players into your team. Each team can only have one player. There's a video on the channel that explains it completely. I'd go and watch that. It's very fun. It's way more fun than normal FPL in my opinion. What are we waiting for here? Foden goes. Okay, that's fair. That's understandable. We expected that. Why are you on a spreadsheet instead of the watch list on site? Mainly because I'm in a lot of draft leagues and you can't import your watch. You have to set up your watch list on every draft. So I'd rather just have it on a spreadsheet next to it, and then I can just copy and paste it for every site. Whereas if you use the watch list for every draft league I'm in, I have to go in and import like 150 man watch list, which I really can't be asked to do. So I'd rather just split the screen and use my own ranking from a spreadsheet. So that's why I'm not using the watch list. If I was in one league only on FPL Draft, then I would do that, but I am not. Snake Draft FPL taking over the draft scene. We hope so. That's the plan. But yeah, we'll see. Unlucky with a phone pick. Is it unlucky? We'll see. I'm hoping to get Chilwell here. When's my next pick? 12 turns. Oh my god. I thought it was nearly me. What round are we on? I'm lost. Right, this is Jun. This is Jun. So he is JJ, not JJ Run. Right, now I understand. Right, Richarlison goes and Rashford went. So there's 2 auto pickers just before Jun. Right, okay. Oh god, I'm losing it. Wilson, that's a good pick. I don't have to scroll too far for him. He's up here. Richarlison I've got at 69. Rashford is there. Is that everything? Yeah, that's it. Right, okay. So Chilwell's next on my list. I'll be chuffed if Chilwell gets back to me. I'm certain he won't, though. I think there'll be people that pick him before it gets back to me. How do I join? Can I join? You can't join this league because we're drafting right now, but there are leagues you can join. I would go and watch like what is FPL Draft. Then when you like kind of understand it, there's a link in the description for a Discord server with a load of leagues. They take it quite seriously though, so make sure you're committed. Joseph, Martial. Con, I'm not taking Martial yet. I don't know how many times I take it. Okay, Chilwell goes. That's expected. Thank you very much, Reese. That's very kind. I need to be consistent with it. That's the thing. Yeah. I'm hoping work should be fine this year. I shouldn't be going crazy. Everything got a bit like crazy last year. So I'm hoping to just keep plugging away at the YouTube and keep going. So have I missed anything? No. Okay, we're good. So this guy is 10th pick. Oh, is there a way to? No. Okay, I'm not gonna fiddle with it too much. It's the thumbnails that bring in the views. You know what, Nath? That is so true. That is so true. And your thumbnails have been killing it lately. So thank you very much for that. Even if you did today decide to go in the pool and have a few drinks instead of making the thumbnail for the stream, but you know, I'm not gonna judge you for it. Who has just gone? Madison has gone. Did I miss anyone else? And Diaz Gundogan. Woohoo, buddy. We'd love to see that. Gundogan is a bit further down. Here he is. Just under Iwobi. That needs to be changed. Iwobi should not be there. He keeps slipping through the net when I'm updating the drafting rankings. Oh, I'm getting hot. I did have this. I've got a massive window next to me, and I had it wide open. It was a nice draft coming through the window. Then, about 5 minutes before I went live, some guy just started doing a pub quiz across the road, like really loud. And I I was like, can they hear that on the stream if I leave that window open? I tested it, and it was like, what is the highest grossing Harry Potter film? I just thought, oh, for God's sake. So yeah, the window's now shut, and I'm getting hot. But what can you do? If you're not getting hot under the collar during a draft, you're not drafting right. Sancho next pick. You know what, Ben? It's a maybe for sure. Watkins goes. I would have liked Watkins. Are you doing another after this? Can I join the next one? I would check. Yeah, there's plenty of leagues you can join. I would have a look on the like draft Twitter because there's a lot going on there, and there's a lot of options. God, I'd love to do a draft tomorrow. Well, guess what, buddy? You're going to be sat in this living room downstairs drafting with me tomorrow. So aren't you lucky? Do you think an attacker midfielder gets less points than a premium defender is still better? Yes, I do. That's exactly right, Matthew Lichtenstein. It's all about the disparity between points. Oh my God, I need to stop looking at the chat. Alisson, Watkins, Zaha, Perisic. I wish this made a noise when someone was drafted, so I knew. Alisson, he's at like 90 something, so that's fine. It's infuriating you don't watch the selections underneath the timer. I was doing that, but the problem is that auto draft, there's a few people that are auto drafting and they go so quick that, oh my God, it's me. Right, I'm not going to pick. Who have I got so far? Son, Mount, Darwin. Yeah, Grealish is the one for me, I think. Yeah, I like a slice of that City attack. Grealish sounds good. Is he gone? Oh no, I'm on the wrong tab. Nice. Pick now, it's me again. Who went? Laporte and Coutinho. Okay, fine. Ooh. That's fine. I will go for... yeah, Ivan Toney sounds like a good idea because he's going to play all the time. Is he gone? Oh no, I need to remember this. On pens, nailed on, happy days. Yeah, I was looking at this underneath the timer, this pick bit, but the auto drafts go too quick, so you can't you can't see them all because the auto draft skips through like 4 people and then you miss them. So I've had to go on the drafted tab to keep an eye on it, but this is getting long now. But if I keep it, where is it? Here. Then I should see them as they come up. And luckily I've got ages now until my next pick. So in both the leagues I've done, I've been 1 from the end. So the last one was 9th out of 10 and this one I'm 2nd out of 10. And the guy next to me has been auto-drafted, and so I've been picking, and then it comes straight back round to me to pick again, which is really annoying. It's useful for us seeing this, but it does show your picks to everyone, not help others with their own picks, or at least give you ideas. Yes, it does, but I've already released my rankings, so it doesn't really hurt now. That ship has sailed. I'm doing another league which has a little bit more on the line, shall we say, in terms of reimbursement, and I will not be streaming that draft. It's a little bit more intense, I think. So I won't be streaming that one. But yeah, if the people in that league are smart, they'll be watching this and listening to what I'm saying, and probably so they'll know what I'm going to be doing. But the league is not won and lost at the draft. People think it is, but it's really not. Do I have Ings on this list? Yes. The league is won by drafting an okay team and then making good waves and trades all year. Coutinho's gone. Missed that. JWP is gone. So my next pick is in 13 picks. It's probably time. Is it time for a defender? What have I got? 3 mids, 2 forwards. It's probably time for a defender if there's a decent one available. Bernardo Silva. I would generally like one of these 4. So hopefully one of them comes back, or one of the Villa boys. But I have to wait and see. Martinelli goes. Barnes goes. That's fine. Martinelli's a decent pick. I like that. So now it's Jern. He's the guy. I think he's going to do well. He takes it serious. And he has to because he runs it. And he's listening. So I've got to be nice. Sancho's gone. Yes, you are right. Thank you. He has gone. Romero. Oh, it's not like he would have been listening to me saying Romero's the best Spurs defender, surely. Or the centre backs anyway. When are you picking Jamal Lowe? Maybe in round 16? Will you be making waiver recommendation videos during the season? Absolutely. Yes, I will. Hopefully every game week. Maybe when there's midweeks, I might struggle to get one every week. But yes, I am going to be doing waiver recommendations every week. I generally try and aim for people that aren't that highly owned in most leagues, especially like 10 plus. So a lot of the picks I'll go for are people that might be filling in for a suspension or an injury, or someone that isn't quite picked. Scrap the sheep, Koulibaly in. I absolutely would not pick Dyer right now. But I would go for Cashardine above Koulibaly. There's only 15 rounds. Is there, Dave? Maybe that was the joke. Who's gone? There goes Dyer. Lovely. Don't have to worry about him. My pick in 8 turns. That seems like a long way away. I'd love one of these boys. Would be ideal. I am really hot. Oof. I'd love to put this fan on, but it would sound like I'm drafting from a helicopter. So, yeah. Son, Mount, Grealish, Darwin, Tony. I like it so far. I'm happy with what I've got. Son and Mount nailed on. Tony nailed on. Grealish and Darwin, explosive picks. I'm feeling good about this league so far. Calvert-Lewin goes. That's reasonably sensible. Back to JD for his double pick. Who is he going to go for? I want to flick through the other teams, but I just don't want to get caught with my pants down. Let's have a look at Jen's team. What we got? Diaz, Romero, Jesus, Wilson, Diaz, St. Max. St. Max? When did St. Max go? Missed that. Ooh. Decent start. Oh, did he just pick him right then? That's why I missed it. Trossard. I think I have him at 150 something. 145. I do not like Trossard. And that is complete bias. I just don't like him. he definitely shouldn't be that low. But yeah. There's 51 viewers and only 22 likes on the video, so come on, do your bit. Gabriel goes. That's a shame. I'm desperate to get him in at least one draft this year. I cannot for the life of me pick Gabriel. Keeps going to me on the round. I'm going for him. Bamford. Okay. Bamford is where? What? Am I blind? Yes, I am blind. My pick in 3 turns. Okay, that's good. That means we... Oh, Is Martial seriously not gone yet? Oh, I might have to pick him. I might have to scrap a defender and pick Martial. Now, I think the guy in first is auto-drafting. So he, I think, will get... Surely he won't get Werner and Firmino. Oh, these are all forwards. Tielemans, he might get one of these and Tielemans. Just because of the order of that. So that means I'm kind of free to pick whoever I want, which is good. And I'm basically going to get a double pick, I think. So I'm going to go for... Well, we'll see who this guy picks first. But I'm definitely going to go for one of Cash or Dean. Koulibaly goes. That's good. That's fine. I am up next. Mayank is... I'm definitely going to get one of these Villa defenders, which is ideal because I would like one of them. I think they're good. Connor's desperate for Martial. Hey, 9 more likes. Thanks, guys. Well done, everyone. Good work. And notification bell. Oz, you're the man. Connor's desperate for me to pick Martial. Don't worry. I think Mayank's going to pick him anyway, so I won't have the opportunity. Matty Cash, Martial. I'm definitely taking a Villa defender. There's nothing that can stop me picking this Villa defender. Don't go Martial, whatever you do. Martial the man. Oh my god, the chat are absolutely split on this. Cash over Dean. Yeah, Cash over Dean for me. I like the goal threat. Who's just gone there? Oh, no one. Oh, did I take Antonio off? No. I need to pay attention. Whew. Who's gone? Oh, KT. I like it. I love KT. He's down a bit. He's here. Right, it's me. It's got to be Matty Cash. All players. Cash. Draft. Right, who just went? That's the question. Stones and Thiago Silva. Okay, they're both way down the draft list, so I'm not even going to bother going and picking them. That's fine. That means I get Martial. Oh, has he gone? Oh, no, I can't spell. Oh, no, he has gone. Oh, no, I'm on the wrong tab. I need to stop doing that. Tony Martial, welcome to the club. So I've got my forwards. Darwin, Tony, Martial. That's an exciting front line. I am buzzed for that. That is a good front line. Son, Mount Grealish, Darwin, Tony, Martial. We're looking good. Matty Cash in the back line. I feel like this is going all right. Oh my god, the picks are flying in. I'm not ticking them off. Benrahma and Mopé. Benrahma is where here? Mopé is maybe 162. Isn't Ronaldo back now? Why is Martial still a goal option? I don't think Ronaldo will still be there at the end of the transfer window. If he is, I don't think he's going to start. I think they're just so much a better team when Tony Gloves is starting instead of Ronaldo. So yeah, I think it's Martial. Still risk attached to him, but sometimes you got to take a risk. Right, I'm calling it a night. Big draft tomorrow. Right, see you later, Dave. I will see you tomorrow. Hard luck, Dave. Thank you for joining me. Getting there, Martial. The stream love Martial. Have I got a code for this draft league? Unfortunately, this draft league is closed. Once the draft starts, no one else can join. It's like that is like the league is locked once the draft starts. Oh my god, again, not paying attention. Caught my pants down. Dean has gone. Mitro has gone. I don't need to worry about the forwards anymore. I'm not even ticking them off. Okay, who else goes? Tielemans. Bruno G. And Kyle Walker. Has Matip really not gone yet? Jordan will get him. Someone will get him. Right, it's time to focus on defence for me. Let's have a look at this team. Yeah, forwards are done. Mids, I can take a punt on someone unless there's a really good value pick left. I need a few defenders now. That's fine. I'm more than happy to fiddle around with my defence. So one more premium defender and then a few to rotate throughout the season will be fine. I'm happy with that. Who are we waiting for? James Duncan. I thought Ronaldo posted he's playing Sunday. Yeah, I saw something about that. I've not fully digested it yet, but he doesn't pick the team, right? So even if he's back with the squad, he's not had a pre-season. I don't think he starts the first couple of games. And then if they're playing well, he might not get back in. So we'll see. I think it might be a ploy, to be honest, to try and force through a move somehow. Edison goes, I'm very proud of this league for waiting until the 8th round. Oh no, Alisson already went. Other than Alisson, I'm proud of everyone else for waiting this long to take keepers. Well done, guys. These are all forwards, so I'll just delete all these. Don't need any more forwards. Shame, I would have liked to get Solanke, but I'm happy with the forwards I got. So, ooh, Lingard. Lingard is someone I'm very interested in. This is more stressful than my own draft last night. I'm chill. I'm hot. I'm gonna open this window. No. The pub quiz has not stopped. The window stays shut. It's okay. We'll ride on through. Any picks gone yet? Nearly. Timo Werner. Not relevant to me because my forwards are done. I want to get Brennan Johnson in one of these draft leagues. I feel like that might be a pick for the big one. Matip goes. That's a shame. I would have liked Matip. Sinistera I think is a fun pick. He goes. Who are we on now? Who's picking? Oh my god, it's gone too fast. I've missed it all. Buendia. That was JJ. Okay. That makes sense. Matip's the obvious pick now, I think. Buendia. I think I've taken him off my list, actually. Just a minute's concern there. Anthony Gordon goes. That's a decent pick. I'm going to delete Mbamu because my forwards are done. Right. How's it looking? How many picks to me? 3 turns. Okay, boys. I think I should really go for a defender. I should really go for a defender. I'd like to get Lingard. I would like to get Lingard. And I think Son, Mount, Grealish, Lingard is like... That's basically my front line set and forget all year. Which isn't that exciting. So I might have to, what are the options? So if I don't get if I can't get Lingard, Ben White, that's fucking boring. Trippier, Target, Cucurella could be fun. But then if he stays at Brighton, it's kind of not ideal. Ben White is the most... Okay, Lingard goes. That's fine. I'm not going to take Ramsey. So it's definitely a defender. Marcus Alonso is not on my list, I don't think. It's got to be Ben White. Yeah, it's got to be Ben White, I think. I'd like to get... Oh, has Trippier gone? I do have Ben White ahead of Trippier, but I think I'll probably get them both, actually. I'm not going to take Ben Davis, because I think there's some kind of injury worry going on about there. Zinchenko is a good punt if he plays mid. The reason he's down here and not up here, though, is because you could quite easily end up with the second choice left back and like second choice midfielder. So Zinchenko I like, but at the moment I'm looking for someone a bit more nailed in the defence. I've only got Matty Cash, who's probably a play every week player anyway. Cucurella is still a good pick if he stays at Brighton, but yeah, like you said, I'm hoping for the upside there that he moves. How are we looking? What else have we got? If I scroll down a bit, nothing. Oh, no, nothing there really excites me. Cucurella goes. Okay, that's fine. So, what is the auto draft going to do for the guy in first? I think he's done a watch list, so I don't think this is relevant, but I just want to check none of these. Where are the defenders on this thing? Oh, I don't know. I can't work it out. I will just go with Ben White. I think, yeah, Ben White. I'm trying to click it on there as if that's got anything to do with this. It's just a spreadsheet. Idiot. Who? No. White. Who's just gone there? Neto. What? It must be a watch list. It must be a watch list. Who else did he take? Neto and Zinchenko. Okay, that's fair. That's fine. Neto is there. I just took Ben White. That's good. That's cool. That means I can pick Trippier and then my defence is kind of sorted. And then I can just fight for a nice mid. Trippier goes. Okay, I'm feeling good about this team now. I feel like now I'm kind of sorted. I feel much better. I'm much more relaxed now. I've got like the full complement almost. 3 defenders I'm happy to start most weeks. 3 mids I'll start every week. 3 forwards I'll start every week. Then I'll have 2 defenders and a mid fighting for the final spot. And then I've obviously keepers to worry about. So I may take a keeper in the next round. We'll see. I generally wait as long as possible, but I'm at the point now where basically everyone I pick up from now on is gonna be everyone I pick up now on is vulnerable to the waivers, basically. So I'm happy to take punts from here on. So I'm chilling now. I am chilling now. How are we doing? 48 viewers, 38 likes. Good work, everyone. I'm proud of you all. What have I missed here in the chat and the bants? Oh god, I've missed stuff. Okay, here go the see. Oh, it's not. As soon as I mention the word keeper, they all start flooding off. Lloris goes. That's probably. Mendy goes. Michael goes. Can't believe Target's not gone. Yeah, I really rate Matty Target as a pick. I would have had him a lot higher. Chalobah. Interesting. Do I have him on here? I don't think I do. No, I don't. I like how your team's shaping up. Thank you. So do I. I think this looks good. Got a nice, solid base. Few premiums. Decent front line. It's looking good. I'm happy. I'm happy as it goes. No one I really dislike so far, which is nice. Who's just gone there? Martinez. Okay, he is here. Che Adams, Solanke. Solanke's a good pick. Who is it? Oh, it's June again. He knows his way around a draft league, this boy. It's not like he organises about 50 of them. Ben Davis goes. I deleted him already. I'm not really sure why I did that. Matty Target. Yeah, understandable. Ramsey, finally. I've been wanting to scroll down. Oh, Jordan Russell's in the chat. Hello, Jord. How you doing, mate? You excited for the draft tomorrow? Malacia goes. Okay. Not bad. Henry, thought you were an Arsenal fan. I wish I could. Oh, right. What's gone on? Smith Rowe goes decent. The picks are getting slower and slower as we go on, which is understandable. It gets to this stage, and I find it interesting that every draft league, pretty much, the first few rounds fly by. People go off their rankings pretty much. And then as it gets later in the rounds, the picks become less important because they're more likely to be gone on the waivers, and it takes longer. People think about the later rounds more than the early rounds, but the early rounds are the ones that are more important. So I always find it weird how that happens. I think people get way too stressed out about like round 13, 14, when really, I mean, like especially on DFF as opposed to FPL, it's I use the waivers so much that it's kind of irrelevant who I pick in round 13. Skamaka goes. Had he not gone yet? Good heavens. Yeah. One thing I will say, if you're following me on YouTube, and you've not noticed, because you may be quite new to the channel, we do actually do a podcast as well that you can listen to on Spotify, Apple Pods, Google Pods, etc. A few of us in the league do it. And we talk about our league a bit more than I do in the YouTube. We have a bit more banter on there. It's a little bit more lighthearted, but we also do talk about like tips and strategies and player opinions and stuff like that. So ESR was late in the picks. Nice catch at this stage. It is a good time to ESR. Like, what's this, round 10? I had him ranked around 80 odd, I think, or maybe less. So yeah, I had him around here, 55, something like that. It is late for him, I would say. So 2 turns to my pick. I think it's a mid. I think I'll get a mid and then maybe another defender. Pretty sure Doherty's gone. I don't know why I haven't ticked him off. Pick countdown. Firmino goes. I thought he'd already gone. Oh, no, I just deleted him because the forwards are gone. Yeah, time for a mid. Elise. It's probably someone I'm going to start more often than not. I do like Elise, but I'm not a massive fan of their opening fixtures. I could go Dewsbury Hall. They have a good fixture in game week 1. Is it Bournemouth away? Forest away, maybe? Something like that. Elise is more of a long-term punt. I'm going to go for Elise. I can always start a defender in game week 1 if I don't think he's going to play. So I will go for Elise. Why can't I pick Elise? Oh, it's not me. You idiot. It's your pick next. What's wrong with me? Oh, if Elise goes now, I'm going to be annoyed. Let's take some of these off. He's gone. Who's he going to go for? Kufau. Okay. I'll go straight on for Elise then, as I said earlier. Right, who's just gone? Jimenez, finally. Harry Wilson, that's a nice pick. And Elise and Kufau. Right, another defender then. I'll probably want someone... Now I think about it, I probably want someone that's got a good fixture in game week 1. So it might be worthwhile to double up on the Newcastle defence for that Forest at home fixture. Although newly promoted teams generally score in game week 1. I would like a Palace defender. But they have Arsenal in game week 1, which isn't ideal. Yeah, I'm gonna go for Guehi. Oh my god, I'm going to run out of time. No, I'm not. Even though I haven't ranked under Anderson, it's kind of a 50-50. I have Anderson in another draft league, so I'd rather split the risk. Right. It's definitely time for a keeper next round. Who have I missed? Harrison goes. He's there. Fabio Vieira goes. Decent punt. Wilson's gone. Is Kufau? I think I missed Kufau off my list somehow. Tomiyasu, that makes sense. Cresswell goes. Decent pick. Cody. Boring, but pretty good. Where is Cody? De Gea goes. Eze. Now, Eze is the kind of punt I can get on board with. Absolutely. De Gea goes. Cody, Cresswell, Eze. Yeah, I've done all the rest. My pick in 9 turns. God. The one bad thing about being like either side of the draft, like if you're like 2nd or 9th or either end, is that it feels like an eternity until it gets to your picks, and then when it does get there, it's like, oh, like you do one, you do another one, and then it's over with, and you got to wait for so long. So Yeah. We will see. I'm hoping. I think it's time for a keeper for sure. Who am I going to like? Who am I going to start game week 1? These 3 all start game week 1. These 3 definitely start. At least say maybe. All these fixtures are fine. So I don't need to worry about fixtures for game week 1. So that's good. Not that you should really worry about that too much, but in FPL Draft, like, you don't get too much chance on the waivers until right near the end. So it's something to consider in the final few rounds, I'd say. And Burmo goes. That's fine. I've already ticked them off. Ben wants me to pick Ramsdale. I may well do that. Next on my keeper list. Who are you picking to win the Community Shield? Ooh. I think England are going to win the Women's Euros. I've got to say that, right? Surely. Community Shield. I fancy City. I think their preparation is just a bit better. And Klopp's moaning already. He said the other day, why is the Community Shield played when it is? Shut up, man. Shut up. Drives me mad. He just moans. I like Klopp. I love the way his teams play football, but he moans like no one. It's so annoying. Oh, there goes Ramsdale. Oh, well. That's fine. Lamptey goes as well. Here go the keepers. Fabianski goes as well. Who's up now? Nev Cap. Let's see. Did Doherty go? I thought he went. Maybe I'm talking shit. No, I don't think he did go. I'm surprised how Thiago Silva been taking Joe. Thanks, Ben. Where's he? Is he on here somewhere? I think he's right down here. 158. How did you spot that? Oh, I picked Elise. What am I doing? Come on. Who's just gone there? Martinez. That's a shame because he rotates pretty well with a lot of keepers. My next pick in 3 turns. What round are we on? 12. So I need 2 keepers. 2 keepers, a defender, and a mid. That's fine. Probably going to go for the mid next. I can't believe Connor Taft's still in the chat. He normally goes to bed at like 8:25 p.m. This is a late night for you, Con. You're going to be knackered for the draft tomorrow. You're going to be in big trouble. I think it's because his girlfriend's gone out. So he can stay up late tonight. No morning yoga tomorrow, Con. No 5 a.m. yoga. Who's just gone there? Missed that. Saar. Makes sense. Castagna goes. Fine. My pick next. Let's see what we get. Do you think Brentford would do well this season? I think Brentford would do okay this season. I think they will probably finish about where they did last year. I think a lot of people think they're going to drop off with Eriksen going, and I think they might a bit, but I just think it's a well-run club, so I think they'll do all right. Yeah, I think they'll be fine. Defensively good shape, tactically very aware. Yeah, I think they'll do good. Solid team so far, Joe. It's not bad, is it? I'm pretty happy. Oh my God, it's my pick. That was it. Was that a distraction tactic, Mike? Trying to make me miss my pick. I had someone in mind about who I was going to pick, and I've literally completely forgotten who it was. It was Nick Pope. Yeah, Nick Pope. Nick Pop. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, Pope, and what's just happened? Oh, I can't fucking work this. Right, who's just gone? Pickford and Johnson. Okay, that's fine. Where is Pickford? There he is. Right. Okay, what do I want here? I should be more prepared than this. It's time to get the 5th mid, I think. And I probably want a punt. Someone with a bit of upside. Probably not Dewsbury Hall. He doesn't have much upside. Neither do they. I will go for Leon Bailey. Go for someone like Van der Beek. I'm going to go for Leon Bailey. JB pick Bailey. Okay, that's the mids done. So I just need one more keeper, one more defender. I'll probably go for the. Oh, actually, I've got a defender in mind that I'd like. I'm not going to say it because it's a bit left field, but I think he may go before I get a chance. I feel like there's some pretty switched on. There's a couple of switched on managers in this league, so he may go before he gets back to me. But I have got someone in mind for the last defence slot. There goes Nelson Semedo. Where have I got him? I've got him somewhere. Go on, say it. Give us a clue. I'm not giving you a clue. You've had too many clues. No, I'm not. I'm not giving it away. This is the one pick of the whole draft I'm not going to give away. It'll probably go now. It might be already gone. Let me double check. No, I don't see him. Is it a Man U defender? Absolutely fucking not. Has anything happened? Kilman goes. Okay. Uninspiring but decent pick. Although there's a bit of talk at the moment about who's going to start for Wolves, isn't there? No, it's not Zuma either. It's not Zuma either. Oh my God, the picks are flying through. There goes Doherty. I thought he went ages ago. I was certain he went, even though I've not ticked him off. As Piliqueta goes, he's not on my list. Carvalho. Wow. Maguire. Who's picked Maguire? Get out. Right, round... Oh, whoops. Did not mean to do that. We are on round number 13. Not long to go. We're nearly on round 14, aren't we? How many have I got left? Yeah, be round 14 imminently after this pick. It could be Johnny. Do people think it's Johnny Canate? Good guesses. No one's got it in the chat yet. Anderson. I would think of Anderson, but I've already picked him. No, sorry. I've already picked Guehi, so that's not it. Williams. Not a bad shout. 2 teams to avoid. I don't think there's any teams to avoid. There's teams to be wary of, I'd say. Saints, for sure, to be wary of. In fact, I would say Saints would be an avoid. There's not any picks that I actually like, to be frank. I don't like the defence, don't like the attack. James Ward-Prowse, actually. He's the only pick. Other than that, yeah, Brentford, there's not many picks that scream value there, really. Maybe Canos and Rico Henry, I don't mind. The wing-backs. But other than that, not loving them, really. Dewsbury Hall goes... Where is he? Oh, I've done mids anyway, it doesn't matter. 8 turns until my pick, good lord. Brentford or Sheffield United. It's not a bad comp, to be fair, and you hated Sheffield United. It's not a bad comp. I could see them going that way. I like the manager of Sheffield United as well. I like Thomas Frank, but I like the Sheffield United manager when they were up as well. To be fair, who's that that's just gone? James. Oh, I don't need to tick him off because I've done the mids. Saliba goes. Ooh, that wasn't the pick I was thinking of. He's still available. He is still available as it stands. Alvarez, your secret pick. It would be, but I've already got forwards. It's a defender. It is a defender. It's not that exciting. It's really not that exciting, to be honest. Like, it's nowhere near as exciting as I've made out. But if it keeps a few viewers in a bit longer, that's what we need. Reguilon goes. Interesting. 5 turns. Here we go. Hwang. 4 turns. So let me just think about this. So Pope's got Forest at home game week 1, so I can play him. So I don't need to really worry about another keeper yet. These 4 I can all start. I don't really want to have to start Guehi, so I'd like... So that's probably a 3 at the back at the moment. I can start... To be fair, I can start Bailey. I might bench Elise. So I probably want a defender that I can start. Canate goes. I think that might be a bit late for Canate, to be honest. I think he might be a bit better than that. That wasn't the guy I was thinking of either. Oh, let me see if anyone's guessing in the chat. Pereira, Harding, Mings. No one's getting it. No one's getting it, I don't think. Christie, that's an exciting pick. Bit of intrigue for Bournemouth. I think he's probably going to start. Hickey goes. It's not a bad shout. 1 more pick to go until it's me. There's a guy on Twitter, Fantasy Football Scout Luke, and he does a Man City predicted lineup every week, and he's really good. Like, he gets, I think he averaged like 9 out of 10 outfield players last season, which is pretty crazy. And yeah, I think that he is big on the player that I'm about to pick for the start of the season. So, yeah. Especially, it's not a season-long pick. But I think for the first few weeks, we could see him start. I think he could do well. For sure. 8 seconds to go. Lenglet goes. That's a good pick. That could have been him, but it's not. No, the man I'm going to pick is me, isn't it? Yeah, it is. The man I'm going to pick. It's not that exciting, but I think with the Laporte injury, with Cucurella not signing yet, I think Ake could quite easily start at centre-back or left-back. So I'm happy to draft him. I think he's probably going to start game week 1 left centre-back alongside Diaz. So I mean, it could still be Stones, and it could be Walker and Cancelo at wing back. It wouldn't surprise me to see Cancelo start right back, Ake start left back, and Stones start centre back, or Stones start in the middle. So oh my god, it's me again. Fuck me. I completely forgot about that. I was thinking, why does it say next pick finished? I want a keeper that rotates well with Newcastle, and I think the best bet is, I think Rodak is okay for that. So I will pick Rodak. I'm done. So that's me done. Let's have a look at this team then. Rodak and Pope is fine. I think they rotate pretty well. They're not. I've got a few rotation pairings on my list, and they're not on there. But I don't have any I didn't prep for Newcastle, mainly because I could probably start Pope in most weeks. But I have a feeling, I know Newcastle play City in game week 3, and Fulham have Brentford in game week 3, I think. So at least I know I'm covered for the first few game weeks. I know Pope's fixtures are good for the first 2, and I'm pretty sure Fulham have Brentford in game week 3. So at least for the first 3, I know I'm covered. And then Rodak may go on the waivers after that, but we'll see. Defence, Cash, White, Trippier, Gahey, Ake. I'm really happy. Well, not really happy. It's okay. It's fine. Cash and Trippier, the more exciting picks. White will probably just sit there every week, 2 or 6 kind of man. Guehi's good when the fixtures suit him, and I think Ake's good for the first 4 or 5 weeks at least. So I'm happy with that. Midfield, Son, obviously chuffed with that. Mount is good too. I think Grealish could be due for a good season. Elise is a bit of a punt, as is Leon Bailey, but I think both of them have good upside. Then Darwin, Tony, Martial all have... Well, Tony's boring. We know we're going to get probably 12 goals, quite a few pens. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how that's gone, actually. Martial has the upside, especially if Ronaldo goes or doesn't play much. I think Martial could be great. Darwin, bit of an unknown. I don't love new players to the league. I probably wouldn't have picked him if it wasn't that it was kind of clearly the best value left, but I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm intrigued to, once this is finished, to have a look through the rest of the teams, because I do think that it's good to have a look through the teams, just see who you think your real competition are. Yeah, Mike, congratulations. I did notice you got Ake just before I said it, so well done. Alright, I'm out. Great stream. Keep uploading and watch every video. Thank you so much, Reese. You've probably gone by now, but thank you for that. Jay, great watch. Good squad. Nice. Thank you. Trevors or Bazanu? Good question. Sorry, Travers, not Travers. I think it depends who your other keeper is. You want to rotate, and I'd try and find someone that avoids the tough fixtures, really. I think they're very similar. Very, very close. Ben, nervous for the big draft tomorrow? I'm not nervous. I'm excited. I love... Just draft day gets the juices flowing massively. So I'm very excited. Are you going to make any tweaks to your list before tomorrow's draft? Yes. Mainly because in our home league we use Kante points as well as standard FPL scoring. So midfielders and forwards get 1 point for every 2 tackles or interceptions. So I will adjust the midfielders especially just to include that. Are you going to go through and rate everyone's drafts? I'll have a quick look. I'm not going to stream for too much longer after the draft finishes or in 2 picks time when it finishes. But I will have a quick look, and see what I think. I know why you're asking, Nev. You're one of the managers, that's why. Yes, I will do a quick review. I'm not going to spend ages and ages on it just because it's midnight and I'm very hot. But I will have. I am going to have a quick look through, and see what I think. So, are we done? Is it done? No, one more pick to go. But yeah, I will have a quick look. I'm sure the other drafters in the stream are intrigued to see what I think about their team. So I'll have a quick look, especially at the guys that are in the stream. I will definitely have a look. Right, let's get this bigger now. Okay, we are done. Let's have a look. Oh, do you know the FPL website is so annoying? You can't see the whole team on one. Can I zoom out? Will that help? Almost. Yeah, okay, I can just dodge the bench. That's fine. Let's just set this line up quickly to something a bit more realistic. Yeah, that'll do. I'll tinker with that, but my team first. I've already kind of spoke about it, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I feel like that's the kind of draft you hope for. I've not made a tit of myself at least, so that's fine. Let's go through the league. Let's start with Jun. How do I see his team? Someone help me in the chat. How do I see? Can I see it in here? Why am I... I can do it at the side here, can't I? Right. Ramsdale and Raya. Quality goalkeepers. About my kind of level that I like. So that's pretty decent. Diaz, Romero, Matip, Doherty, Saliba. Diaz, Romero, Matip, super steady. Good, solid picks. I like that a lot. Doherty and Saliba, both kind of on the punty side, so he's kind of left himself with only 3 main starting defenders, but they are kind of start every week guys pretty much, so that's probably fine. Midfield I think is probably the weakest area of the team. Diaz is obviously great. St Max is fine but goes on pretty barren spells, but is still good. Bruno G I like, but I'm not convinced he's going to do quite as well as last year. Ramsey and Eze both on the punt side, but I like them both. It's a decent midfield. The forward line I think is fucking good. This is the kind of forward line you hope for, I'd say. Jesus, Wilson, Solanke, 3 nailed on guys, probably 3 pen takers. I think that is a very good front line. So yeah, overall pretty well rounded. I think the midfield is the weakest bit, but on the whole it's a good side. Let's see who else we've got. I will go to James Oz next because he's been in the chat all night. Keepers, Martinez and Travers. Fine. Martinez probably going to start most of the time. I'm not. They aren't on my rotation list, so they probably aren't amazing for rotation, but that's fine. Martinez can start 90% of the time anyway. Defense: Trent, Chalobah, Varane, Cresswell, Konate. The only problem, I loved, obviously Trent, I'm not going to talk about, he's unreal. Cresswell, I think, is a great pick as well. The Chalobah, Varane, Konate is fine and could be really good, but you could also find yourself with only 2 playing defenders, which would worry me a little bit. So yeah, that's something to think on, I think. It's fine, but not 100% on that. Midfield looks pretty good. Saka, Foden, Bilver and Gordon is nice. I think all 4 of them are decent picks. Carvalho is kind of on the punty side, isn't he? But that's fine as a 5th mid. Watkins, Bamford and Mitro, I love like the mid-tier talisman forwards from these kind of clubs. I think they're perennially underrated in draft. Yeah, great front line. Overall, decent team. It's just the defence, I think, that would worry me a little bit. Just quickly in the chat, why did you draft Rodak ahead of Raya? They rotate better. Rodak and Pope rotate pretty well, so that's why. Okay, let's have a look. Nev Cap, he was in the stream. Allison and Henderson. Obviously, Allison's going to start every week. Not a big fan of the premium keepers, but it's nice when you got them, so fair enough. Defence, Cancelo, Gabriel, Walker, Cody, Maguire. That's pretty strong. I like that a lot. I love the Gabriel pick as an Arsenal fan. Cancelo and Walker is a great pair to have because you're absolutely guaranteed one of them is going to start, and normally both. Maguire's fine. Cody's boring, fine. Good defence. Midfield, Rashford, Martinelli, Buendia, Smith Rowe, Hwang. Not my... Rashford and Martinelli are both fine. No premium midfielder worries me a little bit. No like upper mid tier, like, you know, Maddison upwards midfielder I don't love. Rashford and Martinelli are both good picks. Buendia, Smith Rowe and Hwang could all find themselves not playing, which, you know, that mix of three might be a little bit on the slim side. So yeah, midfield is probably the worst area of the team, I'd say. Jota, when he's back from injury, is a fine pick. Che Adams is probably the only Saints player behind Ward-Prowse that I would consider. Awanai is a good pick, I think. So yeah, decent front line. Great defense. So like very bottom heavy, I think. Great defense. Great keeper. Midfield's not my favourite, and front line's okay. What else have we got? Let's just go through the rest of these real quick. We've done June. We've got Iftak, Mia, Pickford, Greater. That is fine. James, Laporte, Stones, Thiago Silva, Zinchenko. Quite like the Laporte Stones handcuff. You're probably going to start at least one of them most of the weeks unless Ake gets the spot. James and Thiago Silva fine. Zinchenko fine. This is another one where you could, especially in the early weeks, end up with like one playing defender. Maybe like James starts, the other four all could potentially be benched. I think Zinchenko would definitely start at the start of the season. That probably won't happen, but yeah, not bad. Midfield, Salah, Bowen, Coutinho, Neto, Wilson. That's really strong. That's really good. That's a fantastic. That's probably the best midfield I've seen in the league so far. Salah obviously outrageous. Bowen, Coutinho, both great picks. Neto I like. Wilson I like. So fantastic midfield, I'd say. Jimenez injured. Wolves attack not great even when he plays. Johnson is a good pick, I think. Probably on penalties. Brozier, obviously punt. Don't really know what's going to happen there, but not bad. I love the midfield. Keepers are fine. Defence is okay. Might have to make some tweaks. Not a massive fan of the front line, but the midfield is so good in this team. James Duncan. Did I do this one yet? No. We've got Edison in goal. Great. Chilwell, Dyer, Davis, Target, Lamptey. All good picks. Love the Chilwell pick. Love the Target pick. That's a good defence. Sterling, Bruno, Maddison, Dewsbury Hall, and James. That's fine. Sterling and Bruno is a great double up. And Maddison in there as well. That trio is really good. That's strong. Good midfield. Good defence. Calvert-Lewin, Werner, Bamo. Bit shit, but when you've got a midfield that good, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, that's a bit weak up front. The rest of the team's really good. Done there. I've done me. Joseph Glatz. What we got? Mendy and Sarr, great keepers. Robertson, Koulibaly, Dean, Tomiyasu, Kilman. I really like all of those. Zaha, Ward-Prowse, Lingard, Christie, Pulisic. Boring AF, but pretty good. I love the Lingard pick. Zaha's good. Ward-Prowse boring, but good. Pulisic on the punty side, but fifth mid, not bad. Haaland, Havertz, Skamaka, I think is a great front line, so that's good. I think this team's reasonably strong, actually. This could be a good team, I think. It's just the midfield. Midfield is light, a bit boring and a bit light. Like these could all easily blank it in a few weeks. So yeah, decent team there. Just a bit light in midfield. Mayank Sharma, Lloris Sanchez. That's fine. I like the Lloris pick. Van Dijk, Tierney, Cucurella, Kufau, Lenglet is good. I like all of those. Fit quite nicely together, I think. The right amount of like puntiness. Mahrez, Sancho, Benrahma, Harrison, Ziyech. Starts off great and then kind of gets worse as you go down. Ziyech may or may not be at the club. Harrison has been playing right back a little bit, but is fine. Benrahma's okay, but Skamaka might struggle, might push him out a bit. Good night, Mike. Thank you for watching. Thank you for putting your comments in and stuff. I will see you tomorrow. Sancho, Mahrez, good. Yep, fine. Kane, Ings and Mateta. Bit on the light side, I'd say. Ings and Mateta. I think Mateta probably will be first choice, but he could quite easily not be. So, yeah, I like this team. I like the defence and the keepers. Mid's okay. Bit light up top maybe, but a lot of teams are light up top. So, Gav McKeeman, let's see what we got here. Schmeichel and Meslier is fine. I think actually are they on my rotation list? No, they're not. But I think that works okay. Perisic, Alonso, Castagne, Semedo, Hickey. I do not like this defence, I must admit. I like Perisic when he plays, but is he always going to play? We're not really sure. Alonso, I'm not convinced. Castagne, not convinced. Semedo may be injured. Hickey's fine. That's light. De Bruyne, Kulusevski, Odegaard, Eriksen, Fabio Vieira. Again, a little bit on the light side. Not bad. But you could see Kulusevski, Eriksen and Fabio Vieira all miss out and only have two mids. So, well, Kulusevski will start, I think, most games. So maybe that's a bit harsh. But just a touch on the punty side for my liking, I think. This could really do with like a James Ward-Prowse or something. Forwards, Antonio Mope, Firmino again, a bit light. I think this team is potentially really good, potentially bad, and there's a lot of coin flips here I'm seeing, which is fine, but yeah, you're kind of hoping for a bit of luck there, I think. Johnny Jameson last then. De Gea, Fabianski is whatever, fine. Martinez, Malacia, Aspi, Reguilon, Sanchez. A couple of coin flips there. I think Malacia probably starts. Martinez definitely will. So that's two. And then you need one starter from these three. I think Sanchez is probably the most likely, but yeah, maybe a bit light there. Gundogan, Barnes, Trossard, Tielemans, Sinisterra. I quite like this midfield. No real standouts, but no terrible picks either. That's fine. Ronaldo, Vardy, Richarlison is okay. Vardy's good. Ronaldo's hit or miss, and Richarlison's like suspended and then maybe off the bench. So yeah, it's okay. I think this is going to be a tight league. Yeah. So that's my kind of quick review of the draft. I think, yeah, it's decent teams. I think there's some really good teams and some okay teams. Luckily, there's no shockers, which is good because you never really want to see an absolutely shocking team in the draft. But yeah, I thought that was good. Hello, bro. You're able to link your template for the draft order. Ethan Whiteley. I have a ranking. The best place. I don't have a link to hand. In fact, I can link it in the chat. Stand by. Let me just go on my Twitter quick. Stand by. Copy. Okay, I've just posted the Google Doc into the chat for whoever asked it for it. Ethan, so you can see that has got all my picks on. So yeah, you can see the full ranking. I would say treat it loosely. take it with a pinch of salt, use your brain while you're drafting. But it's a good place to start for sure. Right, I'm going to log off there. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for asking questions, prodding me along. Thank you for the guys that were in the draft as well. That's good fun. And yeah, I will. I'll catch you all later. I've got my big draft tomorrow, so I'm hoping that goes well. And yeah, I'm going to end the stream there. Thank you all for joining me. See you later.